Manifestation doesn't do anyone any good. And the reason why I say that is because, from a spiritual aspect, if you just kept getting everything you want, did you learn the principles, the morals, the values on why you have it or why you received it? I was taught by Siddhi Vyas that our souls are here for an experience, that living essentially is a spiritual experience. You don't have to meditate, you don't have to, pray, you don't have to do a pilgrim, you don't have to do anything. Living and breathing is essentially a spiritual experience. That's what our souls came down here to do. All the other stuff like religion and values and beliefs, that is something we're kind of just instilled as we grow up. But if that was all stripped away, existence is a spiritual practice. But with that spiritual practice comes some sense of karmas, some sense of dharma, duty. So when you're manifesting, you're kind of manifesting something that is outside of your will, something that might not be for you, because is this something you are destined to have? Is this something that your soul is need to have in this current lifetime, in this incarnation, to, you know, evolve, you know? And I heard that from Carefree Brown Girl, where she says manifestation doesn't do anything if you don't do your karmas, you know? And it makes me think that people who have manifested, are they actually fulfilled? Because you hear them next thing saying, I'm going to manifest another thing and another thing and another thing. And I guess that's cool and everything, and it's natural, but isn't that the same kind of thing with overconsumption? You're not satisfied with the thing that you've been working for. Now you're onto other goals. And I understand in this hustling and being a bad B and a CEO that you're meant to hustle and hustle, but if there was no money, if there was no society, if there was no innate knowing of you have to achieve for things, what would you do? And I could be chatting absolute malarkey. However, I do think there is a point that if you're just always on the go, you never actually get to understand things, you know? Yes, being an achiever is cool, but are you actually being satisfied with it? If you are, why are you going for another goal? And I don't know if that made sense, but that's one thing I learned as I had my birth chart read by Siddhi Bias. And it seems that in a past life I had done something wrong. So in this lifetime, I'm paying for it. So it comes through the form of doubt, insecurity, um, low self-esteem, delays in success or career or stuff, where through these delays, Saturn, it's melded me to be the person that when I do get these achievements that I've been working hard for, I have the capacity, the mindset, the values, the morals, the development needed to hold it and retain it. And it's something that also Mark Phillips says in RDC World, where he says it in a funny way, but there is a point to it where he's like, I'm not giving my son a trim or a fade until he's like, is it ninth grade or 10th grade? Like, he needs to know he's ugly. He needs to think he's ugly. So then he can make up for things with charm or intellect and wisdom and a good personality and humor. And it's the exact same thing that my nan used to say to all of us. You know, she used to call us ugly, but not in like a rude way, but she literally said, the reason why I called you ugly is because I don't want you vain. I don't want you thinking the only thing you have is beauty and you think that's the thing that's going to carry you through life, when it's not. And there's many films that are about that, where someone's superficial and then they learn that it's not, that's not all. Like, it's way more than that. And then there's another tweet that I remember when people say beauty is not just physical, it's inwards. It's about how one talks, how one expresses themselves, how one interacts with the world, how one seeks knowledge. And it doesn't have to be like always academic knowledge, it's experience knowledge, like spiritual experience of living. What do you learn that you can offer to the world that is so different and unique that would probably inspire someone to look into their own lives and find inspiration in it? So, yeah, I don't know where I'm going with this, but I think manifestation shouldn't be such a tool for spiritual experience. I feel like it's probably been overused to an extent, which is kind of funny because I'm a bit of a hypocrite because I want certain things and I do believe in manifesting, but I also had to change my mindset on what do I want to experience, you know? As in, do I want to experience the knowledge of how to get a mansion and see is it for me or not? But who knows? I'm still a flawed human being trying to figure out life. 24, who knows where I'll be.